we're all different, right? We can all handle certain types of stress at different levels, different times, different places. And so the only way I found to combat it is with that DRESS. Eating right, going to bed on time, getting up thankful, moving your body around, and then sort out those stressors. Can you eliminate any?
Yeah.
And you might not be able to change jobs or spouses. Can't ship your kids off anytime
Right.
you want, but the rest of them, man, you can really sort out. Again, I love the environmental working group for the what's in the environment, and it's huge. And then the aches and pains and things. I found that I have to see a trainer. I do Pilates, and I go to a guy who does stem cells and platelet-rich plasma and prolotherapy and stuff, and I let him stick needles in me.
Yeah.
Well, the good news about everything you're saying is most of the things we can do, we can take and do it on our own. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, Janet, you're so right. And in this course that I teach, the first thing I teach is setting the example, walking the talk, following the principles of health building on oneself, so you can live a certain lifestyle and you don't feel guilty preaching about it if you're actually doing it.
And that's so bad in healthcare. It's so prevalent that many healthcare professionals aren't healthy themselves. I will tell you, a lot of pharmacists aren't. I will tell you, a lot of doctors aren't. A lot of nurses aren't. And here we are trying to preach health and wellness to our patients, and the professional's not healthy. And I just think that's, the analogy I use is, imagine if you go to a dentist and the dentist has crooked and yellow teeth.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
You would walk. I would hope you'd walk out.
Yes.
Or speaking of personal trainer, I mean, imagine if you had a personal trainer and, they were overweight, or, they weren't in the best health. And, that's all relative also, but that's what's important. I mean, I personally, I have a mountain bike racing coach, he's a better mountain bike racer than I am. He used to be on the world level, and that's the kind of person I want. I
was impressed when you said you were on that mountain biking trip in South America. I thought, wow, here's someone who walks the talk, and it's really important if you're going to be, up on the stump, that you do at least most of what you talk about, and we're all vulnerable and have our strengths and weaknesses, but you can do a lot of good in the world, as I know you guys are doing.
Well, yeah, and I think, like you say, be good examples first of all. So let's quickly get into your book. Yahada, will you go ahead and stream his book? You co-authored this book called. Tell us about your book.
Well, I was actually asked to contribute to this book by one of my students who graduated, and her specialty is putting books together, and said, would I like to submit a chapter? And I'm a very busy guy helping people, but yeah, I think there's something that worth sharing that I have and have created. And so I did. I've contributed to 3 different books, actually: the Gap, the Needs Gap, and another one on business called Mission Matters. And I'm also writing. She's actually my book coach. This lady here, Pantea. So I'm writing my own book, where it'll just be all mine. But the idea is to get people to remember what I said in the beginning. Number 1, you got to be in control of your own health. You can't just put it in someone else's hands. And you want to work at the causal level if possible. Go as far upstream as you can. Identify as many things as possible that need changing, need repair. Like, that's why we run the labs. I teach a course in lab work, if you just want to break it down, and natural protocols. So it's what's really wrong? How do I fix it? Not to be addicted or spending zillions of dollars on every kind of practitioner for minimal return on that. It's how you can be in control. So anything I write is going to be about that.
Well, it's interesting you talk about that because you are on the same page with us, and that's why you're perfect for the podcast. We preach over and over again is, our goal is to educate and empower people to take charge of their own health. If you
Yeah.
truly want to have freedom, um, you have to take charge of your own health. And there's not some doctor, there's not some magic pill, there's not some magic pharmacist or that is going to fix it for you.
Yeah.
People have to do it ourselves. Now, as professionals, we can help educate people to do it, but ultimately they have to take charge of their own health.